Today, we will learn about life processes, which are essential activities that keep living organisms alive. Can anyone guess what these processes include? Nutrition, respiration, and something related to blood circulation? Yes. The four major life processes are: 1. Nutrition, how organisms obtain and use food. 2. Respiration, how energy is released from food. 3. Transportation, how substances move within the body. 4. Excretion, how waste is removed.
Let's first talk about nutrition.
Nutrition is the process of obtaining food and using it for energy. Can anyone tell me the two types of nutrition? Autotrophic and heterotrophic. Exactly. Let's discuss them one by one. Autotrophic nutrition: plants and some bacteria, organisms like green plants, make their food through photosynthesis. They use sunlight, carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O, to prepare glucose, food. The equation for photosynthesis is CO2 plus H2O, sunlight plus chlorophyll. Glucose photosynthesis occurs in chloroplasts because they contain chlorophyll, a green pigment that traps sunlight. So, plants make their own food, but what about animals? That brings us to heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition: animals, fungi, humans. Heterotrophs depend on other organisms for food. There are three types. 1. Holozoic nutrition: humans, amoeba, organisms consume solid food. Amoeba uses pseudopodia, false feet, to engulf food. Humans have a digestive system for breaking down food. 2. Saprotrophic nutrition: fungi, bacteria, organisms absorb nutrients from dead matter. 3. Parasitic nutrition: lice, tapeworm, parasites live on or inside a host and get nutrients from it. Oh, that's why fungi grow on bread. Exactly. Now, let's move on to respiration. Respiration. Respiration is the process of breaking down glucose to release energy. It happens in all living beings. There are two types. Aerobic respiration, with oxygen, happens in humans and most animals. Glucose is broken down using oxygen, releasing energy, carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O. Releasing energy, carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O. Equation: glucose plus O2 right arrow CO2 plus H2O plus energy. Anaerobic respiration, without oxygen, happens in yeast, some bacteria, and human muscles during heavy exercise. In yeast, it produces alcohol and CO2, fermentation. In human muscles, it produces lactic acid, causing cramps. So that's why we get cramps after running. Yes. Now, let's talk about transportation. Transportation. Transportation in humans' circulatory system carries oxygen, nutrients, and waste throughout the body. It consists of: 1. Heart pumps blood. 2. Blood contains RBCS, oxygen transport, WBCS, immunity, and platelets, clotting. 3. Blood vessels, arteries, carry oxygen-rich blood. Veins carry oxygen-poor blood. Capillaries connect arteries and veins. What about plants? How do they transport water? Transportation in plants: xylem transports water from roots to leaves. Phloem transports food from leaves to other parts. And water moves up due to transpiration, right? Yes. Now, let's discuss the last life process: excretion. Excretion. Excretion in humans: the excretory system removes metabolic waste. Main organs: 1. Kidneys remove urea, filter blood, and produce urine. 2. Lungs remove carbon dioxide. 3. Skin removes sweat, water, and salts. Excretion in plants: plants remove oxygen as a waste product of photosynthesis. Extra water is removed by transpiration. Some waste is stored in old leaves that fall off. That's why trees don't need a kidney or lungs. Exactly. They have simpler ways to remove waste. Summary of life processes 1. Nutrition, getting energy from food. 2. Respiration, breaking down food for energy. 3. Transportation, moving substances in the body. 4. Excretion, removing waste. That's all for today's class. Any final questions? No questions, but this was a fun lesson. I'm glad you enjoyed it. See you in the next class.